Hi everyone, so today we're going to talk about our top 5 things to do in Disney World that aren't rides. So this is kind of a list for people that maybe don't really like rides that much, or you've kind of gone on holiday with your family and want to do something a little bit different.
These are fun things to do that are great to slot in anywhere that you've got some sort of free time, or if you're just kind of like, yeah, I just want to do something different from what we've always done, like that maybe you haven't considered doing before, or you've always sort of heard about but just thought, yeah, I just don't really know why I should do that. We're going to tell you why.
So these are in no particular order. So the first thing that I would recommend doing is a tour. Actually, tours we only did for the first time the last trip. I'd never really done a Disney tour before that, and we did the behind the scenes tour, which is kind of behind the Living with the Lands attraction. You go around all the greenhouses and things like that. It sounds boring, but it actually really wasn't. I found it really, really interesting, and it was about an hour-long tour, and I think it was only like $20, which is really good value for like an hour's worth of entertainment, really.
It was really cool being able to sort of walk around the ride area, and like you're on those walkways that you always sometimes see people on, and you're like, oh, look at those guys like just wandering about, and it's just really cool to see all the boats going past and to just be somewhere other than you usually are on that ride. So that's the one that we've done in particular, but there are loads of other tours that you can do. They do vary quite radically in price, but there are lots of different things that you can check out. There's one for the Magic Kingdom, which is called Keys to the Kingdom, and like tries to show you a bit sort of backstage areas of the Magic Kingdom, and you just get to see stuff that you wouldn't normally see, and a whole new side of Disney that you probably haven't got a chance to see before. And that can be really, really interesting, just seeing everything from the other side of the curtain. Okay, so next up, we have checking out resorts that you are not necessarily staying at. One of the things that we really enjoyed when we were on our last trip was that we took a morning and we walked up to Riverside, and we didn't stay there. We stayed at French Quarter, and we just sort of wanted to go check out somewhere else. And it was really cool to wander about, see what the other resort was like, check out their shop, which had different stuff in it, check out their food court, which had different food in it, and just sort of get a different kind of look at stuff.
And what's really cool is most resorts are actually themed. So the ones we kind of visited on our last trip were the Yacht and Beach Club, which is themed like almost like a harbour and like a beach resort. We went to Animal Kingdom Lodge, which is sort of based around the safari sort of villas that you get in Africa.
And has incredible theming.
Yes, that place is insane. The Polynesian, which is obviously the Polynesian islands, so you've got like Hawaii, Fiji, all of those ones. You have the Grand Floridian, which is like old-fashioned English. They all have their own character and theme, and it's kind of really cool to pick a theme that you kind of enjoy and going and really immersing yourself in the kind of shops, dining, and most of them have activities or places you can have a look around, which is really cool.
Especially for ones like the Grand Floridian that you might not have stayed at or ever be planning to stay at, or you can just go and have a look around and see what it's actually like, and is really, really worth doing if you've never done it.
You can feel fancy for an afternoon. So at number 3 we have Disney Springs. Disney Springs is like my favourite non-Disney park place. It's like, and even if you're not spending money or eating or shopping, the atmosphere of that place is so amazing, especially like early evening. They have street performers. You can watch the amphibicars going out. They have a cinema, a bowling alley. Is Disney Quest still there? I think it's like hanging in there.
It's hanging in there. It's like barely there.
I think it's like goes next month or something. So, I mean, while that's still there, you can do that as well.
If you want.
Cirque du Soleil's there. It's just a really cool place to just hang out. Actually, if we had a free evening that we weren't in the theme parks, we pretty much spent it in Disney Springs, and this was before the expansion was finished. Like,
while it was still under construction and it wasn't even fully up and running, but it was still just a lovely place to go and spend some time. We've talked about it a lot before, but Disney Springs is definitely one of those really cool places that's not overly Disneyfied, but still has just like that Disney level of service, Disney level of quality, and just loads of really cool stuff to check out.
I can't wait to go back.
Plus, World of Coke's open now.
World of Coke is open, and we can get a Coke slushie the size of my head.
We do like World of Coke. We liked the one in Vegas, so we will definitely be going back just for that.
And Sprinkles cupcakes, so we can get an ATM sprinkle cupcake at like 2 a.m.
Okay, so if you've watched any of our other videos, you will know how much we love to eat. It's something we go on about literally all the time. It's one of our favourite things to do. And we've put this one on the list because a lot of the time when people go to Disney, they don't actually take the time to plan and enjoy a meal with like a nice long relaxed time span. A lot of the time it's, hey, this is a really good place to eat in the parks, so we're just going to eat here in the parks, we'll be done real quick, and then we'll go back to the park and we'll finish up for the rest of our day. What we're saying is take like an evening, like where you haven't done too much in the morning, have a nice relaxed day, and then just go for a really nice meal with everyone you're on holiday or vacation with. Just take some time, go to a really nice place and have it be like a special meal, because there are some great places to go and do that. So check out like our top 5 table service restaurants video if you want to see what our recommendations would be. But just take some time and enjoy eating a meal together. It's really nice.
It doesn't even have to be anywhere fancy. Like, you could even go to like Johnny Rockets or Denny's, and as long as you've set time aside to spend time with your family or your friends or whoever you go with, I think that's really important, because especially now that you can have your phones and stuff on holiday with you, I think it's really nice if you can just sit down, have a proper meal, and really engage with everyone in your party. That's like one of my favourite things to do on holiday, just not having to think about anything else but whatever you're doing right in that moment. And the final one is something you still probably do have to queue for, but it's probably equally enjoyable as rides, and that is character meet and greets. They kind of really range character meet and greets. You can have the standard, oh, there's a character, I'm going to go and walk up and meet them, which is fun if you like the character. The ones that I really like and I really enjoy going to are the really immersive ones. So on our last trip, we went to see Baymax, and they had a whole set up for him, and it was really cool. We met Beast in his castle, which was also amazing. We met Belle in her like library room, like when we did the show, and I think they're the kind of character interactions that I really like, where you can really get fully immersed in the experience, and it's not just someone passing or you're queuing out in the heat. You're in an environment where you're completely like surrounded by the character and all the theming.
They're really doing a lot of work to kind of bring those in line with some of the other park experiences. Like the new Kylo Ren stuff is really cool and is a really different way of meeting characters. So even if you've previously been sort of like, I just don't care about meeting characters, today and like now of all times is a really good time to revisit that, because they're changing a lot of how that works and just trying to make it different and more appealing to people that have previously gone, I'm just not into it.
And also, if you're going from the UK now, I'm not sure about America internationally, you get the Photo Pass Plus free. I know they called it something else now, but it's basically
It's on Memory Maker, is it?
No, it's something. I think it's like something. It's the photo package you get, and you get to keep all of the photos that you get taken by Photo Pass photographers. That includes character meet and greets and ride photos. So people that really like rides, you can keep your ride photos. The people that don't want to do other things, you've now got like the character interactions as a memory as well, which I think is really cool.
So all of these are just sort of slower paced, perhaps, and just not ride-based stuff that you can do at Disney that we just feel gets overlooked a lot of the time. So if you've got spare afternoon, spare couple of hours, and you're not sure what to do, try something new. Try one of these things that maybe you've previously gone, no, that's not for me, and just give it a chance, because there's a lot of really cool stuff to be found out there.
So let us know if there's any really cool places or things you can think of to do that don't involve rides, because these are ones that we've done and enjoyed, but I'm always open for new things, because hey, we only just did the tours on our last trip. There's so much, that's the good thing about Disney, there's so much to do that isn't just getting on an attraction. So I'm really looking forward to exploring some of those a bit more detail on our next trip. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.